Hello, Aqua here again. Welcome back to FTB Unleashed. We're on a new version. We're on 1.1.4. There's only one new mod being added. It's called Switches, and it's a very nice mod. I'm going to be doing something with it very soon, probably this episode, because I have seen it before. I've seen it in the Magic Farm pack, and I think it's a really nice little thing. It changes levers to make them look nice. That's all it does. Nice and simple mod, but very well made. Very nice. I thought I'd start here because James is messing around as a nine cat. What are you doing, James? What are you doing? I'm actually just making a bit more aluminium brass. I'm going to make a load of drawbridges at some point. Anyway, and I've started at night like I always do. So the first thing I'm going to do is sleep. So yeah, I've updated the server. I didn't, when I actually started the server, I didn't have things enabled, so some things got deleted. The hat stand and stuff that I had placed about got deleted, but they're back now. The mud armour vanished, and all the stuff like the MFR composter thing kind of vanished. So I've been having to put that back into the system. So I've got a little bit of mud there, as you can see. Everything else is kind of getting there. We are going to carry on in just a minute with the reactor. I've rebuilt everything. It took me, you can see there, I was at about 3,100 UU matter, I think, so, and I've made some since. It put me down to about 2.4, so I used quite a lot of UU matter replacing the things that I'd broken yesterday in my idiocy. So this is all back exactly like it was. Pretty much rebuilt everything. What I've got is I've got the temperature of the reactor fully heated up, so we're going to get onto this in a minute. These, so 39 heating cells actually gets it to 39,000, which makes sense, doesn't it? So that's sat there at 39,000, nice and safely ticking away. These things go down to there, but then don't seem to get any lower, so that's kind of alright. So I've been keeping an eye on that. I don't think they're going to get any lower than that, and then when we turn it off, they'll gradually fill back up. So that's kind of cool as well. So these actually don't wear out. If these wore out, I'd have to have some kind of capacity to replace them, but we don't have to worry about that just yet. I'm going to get onto that in a minute though. Once I've changed it around a little bit as well. I've actually got an import bus behind there, but I've got it set at the minute so that it needs a redstone signal to work. And because there's no redstone signal on it, it's not sucking the things out of there. I'm still a bit nervous though. Oh, look at that. I've got a plank of wood called Useless Gamer there. I can't put it anywhere though, because it stops it. If I put it anywhere, it stops it being a plank of wood. It just goes back to being a normal plank. So I'm going to have to carry it around with me all the time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of stone in there so it can't, even if it could pull anything, there won't be no stone in there so it won't pull anything. Yeah. So a quick stream recap if you want to watch the stream episodes. What I did yesterday was I finished off the Foundcraft research pretty much. We haven't done everything with the knowledge fragments yet, but other than that it's pretty much done. And then we spent some time on bees, and what I made there, I've actually changed that due to what something said in the stream yesterday. I'll get onto that in a minute as well. What we made was these guys, aluminium bees. They actually spell aluminum bees, but I can't say aluminum, even though I just did. So aluminium bees, what these do, these give us aluminium nuggets, and 9 nuggets, of course, can become a bit of raw aluminium. So it doesn't become an ingot, it becomes that stuff, raw aluminium. So that's what I've been using that to make some more aluminium brass, like so. In fact, I can put that back on there now. It's gone anyway. The aluminium and the copper melt at different speeds, so you need to turn your redstone clock off, otherwise it just put aluminium through, because that melts quicker than copper does. There we go. I can make 16 what are they called? Drawbridges for that. Wonderful. So that's part of why I wanted aluminium. The next thing I'm going to get on with bees is going to be ardite, cordite, and then mineral. So that's what we're doing with bees. Then the last like 2 hours of the stream was pretty much all spent on getting that guy, getting a gas trophy, air gas. So I went and did an air gas tower. So that's what the yesterday's stream consisted of. I did 4 hours yesterday because I didn't do an episode. So after that, just as I started the stream, there was a 1.1.4 update became available. So after the stream last night, I tidied up a few things. Oh, I've got 4 deaths now. I set up a few things. I updated the server, so I'll get onto the server update in just a minute. That's where I died, up there. I actually died on the moon. The people on the stream, mainly Frosty, kept pestering me until I used a portal gun to teleport to the moon, so you can see what happens if you do that. It kills you. So I am now on 4 deaths, and I've came in here earlier. I've seen that the guys in here have updated the things accordingly. Portal gun to the moon to appease the bloodthirsty viewers. Oops, I didn't write that. On his 28th. Oh, because I didn't write it. Of course, these guys did. Of course, I did. Yeah, and I'm on my depths at 188. 87 was just a guess, but I went up to 88 because clearly destroying most of the workshop. I mean, they updated it. Destroying most of the workshop with a precision import bus is clearly a death, so I've added that today. How easy there, isn't it? Right, so other thing we did just before we finished yesterday, of course, was put this guy down. And I've seen that earlier. Did that? I had to click on it twice. There we go. So I don't know if this is going the other way around than the other one, because you'd think it had just gone past there when it got stopped on that, unless you got all them force logs and use all that fuel and saplings just from there to there. So I think when this is active, it's maybe going the other direction. So that actually hasn't got back to the cargo manager yet. Possibly why it's there carrying stuff. That's working very nicely. Of course, this tool never breaks because it's Galgadorian. The difference in productivity, I did mention it yesterday, I wasn't 100% sure. I did check on the wiki for Steve's Carts, and your basic tools, so your drill or your woodcutter, is 80% efficient on getting materials. Your reinforced is 100% and your Galgadorians are 120%. So we actually get more, I guess we get more force logs and saplings than you would with a reinforced one. Weird land there, I wonder what that's about. Oh, right, so yeah, that's all good. I'm going to change this thing around here for switches. So let's go on with a new update then. Quite a few mods have been updated. I've checked the change log. There's nothing I've seen massively different yet. One thing that I do know is different is, if this is missing materials, it shows it now. So this is always trying to craft pulverized stuff, because currently crafting grains. Not really, is it? So that's always missing them things. When I craft something now and if anything's missing, it'll show there again, so that bug's being cleared up. I've put some wireless redstone back in and stopped and started the server a few times, and it's let the server restart, which is why I stopped using wireless redstone and microblocks, of course. So this door works again like it did before. I did put wireless redstone in, so a transmitter and a receiver in there, and I put one in here, and then when I restart the server, the ones in here actually vanished. I got a little message saying they'd gone, which isn't there anymore because I've started the server again since. I got a little message saying that something about the item ID, it had removed them, so there's still maybe a little bit of issue there, but the server started okay. It just removed the transmitter and the receiver I had working this door. Well, that was a bit weird. Yeah, so I don't really get that. Well, that seems to be working alright. The one new mod, let's just get straight into it by adding it to our pattern there, is called switches. If I can type right, at switch. And we've got 4 types. We've got diamond, emerald, iron, and gold. They're all exactly the same, to just look different. We seem to only get 3 for 2, 4, and 4. Interesting. I'll go with them ones first. I'll go with emeralds. So let's be decadent and use emerald ones, because we can. Rose red, cactus green. Should have some of that. So let's just add that randomly anyway for now, and make a couple of them. It's not called emerald switch, is it then? We've got craft. Let's craft one of them. And if we've got the dyes, we might not have the dyes. Red. We've got red. Cactus. We ain't got green. Okay, so let's make a bit of green dye. I'll use some ink sacs. Let's make a stack of green dye. Using our old faithful minium stone, of course. There we go, cactus green. So this should be showing that cactus green is missing, and it is, look. So that's working now as it's meant to. Wonderful. And that should go in there. Yep, there they are. So switches, basically just levers, but they look nice. So anywhere where we've had a switch before, red light's off, green light's on. Very nice. So what I think I'm going to do is brick the wall for no apparent reason. I'm quickly going to change this. So I did have this elaborate thing here with a toggle switch. I'm actually going to change it so it doesn't have a toggle switch anymore. I'm going to change it so it just has a switch. I should maybe do it diamond to match that chest. And this switch, I'm going to change this around a bit. So what I've got the PRC behind there, of course. So I'm not going to need the PRC anymore because I'm just going to run the cable straight to that. And this cable does exactly the same. So we've got two running there. We've got orange and magenta running for this one. So that turns this on and off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a switch on the wall here, so you can switch the spawner on, and the spawner will also drawbridge all the walls up around you whenever you turn the spawner on. It'll trap you in here with the stuff. That's my idea. So I'm just going to brick all this. I'll be back when I've done it, because it's not going to take me long. And I'll talk you through it once I'm done. Okay then, back, and I did change it for diamond, just because I'm a bit of a noob. And I like it looks... green and diamond didn't go well together. Anyway, so now, little switch there. Just turn our force field on and off. It just looks a lot nicer, especially in tech mods, I think, than having a cobble and stick lever there. Really nice little touch. And this side, a little bit of a clue here that I've done it off to one side. I've actually got two things here. And I'll put a switch there. And this one sends up a glass wall around. Quite expensive kind of way of doing a force field here. It's not really a force field either, is it? But it's good enough to trap mobs in here, and then this one will spawn me some villagers. So I'll turn off pretty quick because I don't want loads of villagers. So he got on his head. Oh, William Tell. So I don't actually want these guys, so sorry guys, I got an apple hat out of that. Wonderful. So there we go. So if I need to spawn ghasts or anything in here, I can just spawn them within the confines of this see-through glass, and then just set the glass down. So this, like I said, this is quite expensive. This is drawbridges all the way around. So a little bit expensive, I guess. But there we go. Nice. Keeps the room nice and tidy when nothing's happening. I may move that somewhere else. But yeah, I like that. Well, opens up new possibilities for making things look nice, I think. I mean, guys. So there we go. That's that bit of this episode done. This is going the other way. I kept my eye on it, and this cart's going that way around. So it's actually getting to the stop point before it gets back to the cargo manager. So it's got all that stuff there. Interesting. But, other than that, working very well. So now it's time to get on with the nuclear reactor then. So let me just quickly tidy my inventory up, like I should have done before I came back. But never mind. So that would be in there. Right, a bit of stone wants to be in there. And then this stuff must be in there. There we go. And they keep moving for some reason. I know why they keep moving. Because I've updated the server, that's reset back to R. There we go. That's why they kept moving. That should be alright now. Oops. And that wants to be there. Wonderful. And yeah, so okay then, nuclear reactor. So this is what we've got ready last time. So I've got my uranium cell here. And everything else, I think, is ready to go. So let's have a quick jump up here. And what we want this, if you remember this condition, we want an inventory full redstone signal. So as long as the inventory is not full, it won't turn on. So as soon as I put this in, things are going to start. So that's turned on. It's creating a really tiny bit of power. Not much at all. But what should be happening is that should be pulsing them guys, and apparently it takes 3 minutes for this to work. And there you go, there's the first pulse. So what I'm actually going to want to do at the minute is manually turn this on and off. I could use one of them switches there, can I? That's quite interesting. I might actually just do this manually. No, I'll leave it like that. While we're waiting, I suppose I could have a switch on that. Oh. Turn that off because it's inverted. Interesting. Well, I wonder if that turned that off as well then. It's good to put that bit of stone in there, otherwise it might have sucked everything out again. I may have blown everything up again if I hadn't been there. If I had done that right. So you see it's going up there, in fact it's going down. So it looks like it's maybe got 9,000 or maybe 10,000 in it. So I'll let this get near the end, and then once it's near the end I'll be back to what we're going to do next with it. And next is going to it's going to automate it to an extent. What it is going to do, it's going to keep putting your depleted isotope cells in until that runs out, and then it's going to put a depleted isotope cell there. So for the 12 hours 46 minutes that one uranium cell lasts, it'll keep putting these in. But if these run out first, or if that runs out first, then it's going to stop. You know what I mean? I think you should know what I mean. Right, so I'll keep my eye on this. I'll cut camera for a while. I'll just manually turn it off when it gets to it. But what I'm going to need is, because we haven't got a re-enriched, this will become a re-enriched cell, by the way, which then gets combined with coal dust again to become a uranium cell. So because we haven't got a re-enriched cell yet, I can't actually put a re-enriched cell into the bus there to pull them out when they finish the cycle. That's it. Break that off, back off there. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute when this is nearly done, and we'll take it from there. So here we are. It's going to be a little bit of waiting around because I think the tick's just gone. I'm not sure how often this ticks. It seems to be similar to the B length. It's maybe 27 seconds. I don't know, but it's getting there. If I turn NEI back on, you can see the numbers going down. That's part of NEI, by the way, having the item ID after the name of the thing. So if you're wondering sometimes why that doesn't show, it's because you've got NEI turned off. So once that gets down to 0, I'm guessing, these shall become re-enriched uranium cells. And once that happens, I need to pull one out. I've sussed as well. On the planet it says 180 seconds. That's 180 seconds per uranium. So that looks full, but it isn't. So this is 4 uranium. So 180 seconds, of course, 3 minutes. So this is going to take 12 minutes per 4. Makes sense? So it works out at 3 minutes per uranium. So I was expecting this to do all 4 of these in 3 minutes at first, but that, of course, doesn't make sense. So we're getting there. Of course, it doesn't tick. That bad tick, I meant the bar actually fill up. There we go. So that's a re-enriched uranium cell. So if I pull that out, that's going to turn that off, which is turn the reactor off, which is good. So we're not actually using any uranium at the minute. And what I can do now is I can put that into there. Re-enriched uranium cells get pulled out, and now I can get this changed to move stacks. So any re-enriched uranium cells will get pulled out. So this is a scary bit. Should I leave that stone there? Doesn't hate having the stone there, so I might as well leave it there. And I'm going to want this always active. So that should have pulled. There it goes. So it pulled them guys out, which is good. And then the one above that, which is an export bus, we want that to always craft depleted isotope cells, always craft items. So same with that, move that to always active. What that should do, it should craft 4 fresh ones, slot them in there. It just and of course the thing won't start back up until all 4 are in. They're not working. Why are you no wet guy? Have I missed a recipe? Have we got a recipe to do that? Depleted isotope cell. Always active, always craft. Let's check if we can actually make them. And they are. What did I come down here for? Depleted isotope cell, yeah, we can craft them. That's got 9999 after the thing. Is that what the top one's got as well? Let's double check. Something's going awry here. It's not actually crafting them. Perhaps that needs to be fuzzy. No. That's got 9857, look. So that must have... I must have used one there. Yeah, I must have done. Okay. I must have used one there that I'd already put in the reactor. So let's make a... I don't want going downstairs for. I don't need to. I can craft from here. So depleted, let's make a fresh one. Thank you. So that'll be taking one of these guys, combining it with a bit of coal dust. That's gone to 104. And there we go, that's 9999 you see. So it is a 10,000, just under 10,000 for that. So what we can do now is put that there. Should craft 4. Of course we can put that one in. And then it's going to craft the other ones. Then once it gets a 4th one, it's going to start up again. In another 12 minutes, we'll spit them out, spit 4 more in, and that'll keep going until we either run out of cells there, or we run out of the uranium cell. So there we go, one automated breeder. And the only thing we have to do to automate it is put in a fresh uranium cell when we've got a stack of these to get through. So 12:46. So yeah, 12 minutes. That's about right in it. So we can get through a lot of cells in one cycle. So now we've got 101 of these, so that's what's that, 10, 20, 25, 25 12s. So we're going to run out of, the uranium cells are going to run out before the near depleted cells do. So it's going to keep crafting them back into them, and then once we've got this re-enriched uranium cell, we need to now craft this back into uranium cells. So that's adding another pattern to our thing down here, to this. So if we look at the pattern for this, no, not the pattern for it, the press U, so the things that can come from this, we should get a pattern that decides to join in. One thing you can do, you can need it to make nukes, which is quite interesting. I can now make nukes. And the other thing is, there we go, uranium cells using one of them and a bit of coal dust. So we can add that pattern. So now we've got 2 ways of making uranium cells. So we should have, there's one way that uses an empty cell and then refined uranium, and then there's a second way. So when the automated reactors ask for a uranium cell, these guys, what we need to work out now is, what will they ask for first? Will they ask for the ones made from the re-enriched, or will they make one using the uranium ore? We'd like it to use a re-enriched first, but that's why I just put them in that order in the map. I don't know if that makes a difference. There we go, one automated breeder reactor. Wonderful. So I think the only thing else we can do with reactors is make a really big monster one. That, oops, sorry, I just moved my chair there. I was kind of reclined because I'm a lazy sod. At IC2. Does that cover everything IC2? Let's do it this way instead. Let's make sure I've got everything. IC2. At IC2 it does, yes. Even though it's got matter cannons and stuff. Interesting. Now, does this have LHZ no, that's not right at all. That is not right at all. Mod. Let's go to IC2. Thank you. So What reactor stuff do we actually have here? There's things called condensators. I don't know if they're added by Greg Tech. They may be added by Greg Tech. There's quad uranium cells, which we haven't played with. I don't see. Ooh, dark coffee, lovely. Is it a condensator that I'm thinking of? Oh, it does get added by IC2. There we go. LZH condensators, RSH. So lapis. That one uses lapis blocks, and it's more advanced than the RSH ones. The RSH uses redstone. That's what the R stands for. So these can absorb a lot more heat. So we could make a crazy 6-chamber, 2000 EU a tick, something reactor using these LZH condensators, which would need auto crafting and putting back in there. Or these wear down, and then you have to replenish them with lapis, as far as I understand it. So we may do that at some point. But for now, that's that bit finished with. So I'll come back in a bit, and I'll do something else for the rest of the episode. In fact, let's go look at our list down here. Well, one thing I want to do is I want to check on my trees. So let's check on the trees. We can get rid of breeder reactor now, so that's safely gone. I don't want to upgrade my helmet to a solar helmet, as you can see there. I don't need to, because this is keeping it all well charged, but it's free energy, so I might as well upgrade it. So in fact, what I'm going to do to get that ball rolling is ultimate solar helmet there. Take some basic stuff. Oh, you can get a hybrid solar helmet and add an ultimate to it. Interesting. So I've got a quantum suit helmet. I need an ultimate solar hybrid. So I'm going to make an ultimate solar hybrid. And also leave that to autocraft. There we go. So I'm back in a bit when that's done. And I'll make the other bits. And we can upgrade our quantum suit helmet to ultimate solar. What that'll do is that'll keep it just charged all the time. Pretty much. What it does do though is it takes away some of the features of the quantum suit helmet. So the quantum suit helmet does work underwater and stuff. Some of the stuff stops you getting withered. When you upgrade it to an ultimate solar, it loses some of that ability. So you've got to be aware of that. So you actually got possibly a bit more armor as a quantum suit, but you've got the added bonus of it recharging when it's a solar. And right. Alvery sieves and pollen, that's something I need to get on with. I know nothing about that, so if I do that, I'm going to have a little break and have a quick look at someone who's done a bit of that, so I know what I'm doing with it. But yeah, ongoing found bees and trees. Let's have a quick look at our trees, see what kind of funky things we've got on the trees, because we haven't looked for a couple of episodes. So I'm going to get my spectacles, my grafter and my trializer. It's that database with me as well. I'm going to put my spectacles on. Looking good. Oh, I'm back on a wizard's hat, am I? Looking good. And I'm going to fly over there to these trees. So, with the spectacles on, I was expecting to see some mutated tree leaves, but look, there they are. Sneaking out at me. Took a while for them to load in. So we've got mutated leaves there. We've got some here as well. So hopefully, what was we going for? We was going for a specific couple of bees, weren't we? So we've got a database. No, what cells in there? Let's just get our grafter out. Get a couple of these. See what we've got. Silver birch, common beech. Well, we already had them because that's a common beech, and that's just a birch. So okay, what I'll do is I'll cut the camera. I'll grab all these. Silver line we already had, so we've got nothing new yet. These are all just ones we already had. Make sure I don't break my thaumium grafter. Silver birch, apple oak, yeah, nothing new. So I'll cut camera, I'll get all these things, all these mutated ones, see if we've got anything new, and if we haven't, I'll work out what I've done wrong. Back in a bit. Here we go then. I've got all the mutated saplings from these two trees. I've not even started on them trees yet. I've got all the ones from these two trees, and we've got two new saplings there. We have got common alder and we've got hill cherry. So let's trialize them guys. common alder, wonderful, and hill cherry sapling, wonderful. So there's 2 new trees. All the rest of these I'm probably going to bin. What I can do now is I can cut these down. I saw another mutated leaf up there. We'll have that. Let's see what it is. Anything interesting? No, it's just another beech sapling. Okay, so most of the saplings we've got there are the same. Now because we've got these saplings, we can plant these, and then, oh shit! Look at this, beech nuts. Oh bloody hell! Oh, look at that, another thing there as well. The inventory full. Yeah. Let's get rid of all this. All these that I don't really want at the minute. Because I say, once you've got one of a particular tree, you can always get more of it just by planting a sapling and then just getting some normal saplings off it, can't you? So I can get rid of all these guys. So that should just give me standard sapling for that, and it has silver birch. So get rid of them, and then I'll plant these and we'll grow them up. Let's now check our database. Someone kindly told me that it may not have shown the new ones that I had. Because, well, look, there we go, it's working now. I don't know if that's because of the version update, maybe. So we've got discovered species. So that ain't updated, has it? That should be silver birch and oak equals silver lime or common beech. So it actually ain't updated, right? So it's still wrong. But let's check these new ones that we've just got. Undiscovered. Yeah, look, discovered is common alder. So we know that to get the common alder we used a birch. Was it a birch and an oak we used here? I think. No, it was a birch and a beech, wasn't it? We used a birch and a beech there to get that common alder. So we know what they are, but it's just not working right in this. But this is a very new mod, so there's a good chance it might not be working exactly as planned as yet. There we go, we've got some beech nuts out of that. Interesting. Got some more stuck up there as well. So let's get rid of all this. I'll plant them, let them grow, and get some more saplings out of them, some more standard saplings. And we'll see what comes next. So you can go there. And you can go there. And I'll cut again, and I'm back in a bit. Okay then, I'm back, and I've seen a message from Dexter saying he hates bees, so he's kind of not happy that I put him in here with the bees, but he likes ladies, so he's happy that I put him in here with Miss Jezebella. So, swings and roundabouts for Dexter there. Right, I want to show it to that door as well before I go. The episode's getting quite long, 32 minutes. I didn't think I'd done anything, so I've no idea how it's up to half an hour already, but I will be wrapping up pretty soon. I planted the tree. I used a bit of bone meal to grow these up, so I planted that cherry one, and there's the alder that I had. That looks like a nice white wood, and I cut all these down, and I got a third new sapling. It's called a pecan, which is giving me hickory wood, which is kind of cool. I also made a trash can, and I just binned all the other things I don't want there. So I've got lime woods new to me, and I was looking at all the different saplings here. So looks like once. No, you don't have to actually make it. Okay, looks like all the ones that you can breed, you can just click on and it'll show you the breeding path to them. Just much like, that's vanilla stuff in it, yeah. Much like, oh look how many there is. Holy shit. So yeah, look at all these things. There's all kind of trees. So a pecan, there's one of the ones we've got. Common beech and silver birch to give us the pecan. So is there any further breeding from that? I don't think there is, looking at the database. But this is certainly more fleshed out than the database is at the minute. I'm sure the database will catch up in further versions. But pecan makes pecan nuts, and it has no further breeding by the look of it. So that's the end of that breeding line, which you can actually tell if you look in there. If you look in further mutations, there's nothing there. If you look at hill cherry, there's loads of things that come off a hill cherry, and we can also see that by clicking on hill cherry in here, pressing U, or just mousing over a sapling, of course, and we will see that we'll get to the right place. So hill cherry, silver lime we've got. So put our hill cherry with silver lime we get a chance of lemon, 5% chance. Then the lemon with the teal cherry gets us a plum. Look at this, camel walnut, sweet chestnut. Again, that's for trees. That's silverland we've got. Jungle, vanilla tree. This is papaya and key lime, so that looks like a different path there. And then lemon, it's a pomelo and mandarin. Kumquat, orchard apple, cherry plum, wild cherry. All this is just of cherry, crazy. Sour cherry, black cherry, butternut and olive. And coffee. Coffee. Interesting. So I've got quite a lot of tree stuff to go at. So I ain't going to do any more now though. There's see, I've got my glasses on and nothing's mutated yet. I wouldn't expect it to because I've only just grown them. So we are going to work towards getting some nice different coloured woods as we go along. I was going to wrap up this episode by making a solar helmet. I am going to sleep first though. And I can get rid of that death waypoint up in the sky. Now I've shown you it. Let's get rid of that. Waypoints. Latest death. Delete. Thank you. Fortress. What's fortress? Oh, that'll be the stronghold, won't it? Probably. Right, so get off me. Oh, I built the got a little roof in here. It kept going right near the edge. I thought it was going to fall off, so bungalow roof, and it's got a little kid, little place to live up there. Anyway, so what we've got in here, we should have an ultimate solar panel if everything was in there. I think everything should have been. There we have, excellent. Ultimate hybrid solar panel. It's took about another 400 or so UU matter from there to make that. Was that 2.6 something earlier? I can look back in the video later and check, but I think that was about 2.6. So what can we make out of this? We can make an ultimate solar hybrid helmet. So we need a couple of bits of glass fibre, a couple of advanced circuits and an HV transformer. All nice and easy. And all already in here I think, so HV transformer, we'll have one of them. While waiting on that, get a bit of glass fibre. And should have some advanced circuits already made. We have, wonderful. So go back to, what was it, HV? That's been down as well, excellent, there we go. So now put all this together. And even though we've got this crazy over the top charge pad with 150 million EU in it, we've now also got, wrong way around is it? We've got ultimate solar helmet. So slightly different than the quantum helmet because of the fact that it no longer protects me from withering and stuff now, but that's okay. I'm still pretty strong. I think I'm strong enough. Then you can see the top of it there. This is of course a solar panel. So now you see my energy at 99. If I'm out in the sun, you should see my energy going up. There it goes. There he goes. Look, going up nice and quick. So whenever I'm outside, that'll charge up. So I won't have to use that so much, which uses my energy, of course. Let's see how we're doing just before we go on our reactor upstairs. So re-enriched, we've got 16 now, so it's gone through 4 cycles of that, which is pretty cool. And depleted, we should have about 90 odd. Yeah, look, got 90 odd. So it looks like this crafting, if these have got any new ones in, and they haven't yet, no, they haven't used them ones up yet. They're still the same ones that they had in there. So we'll see when one of these runs out, if it'll take the depleted ones first, or if it'll make fresh ones with uranium. There we go. We've got a use for that. At least we're not just throwing them away now, because otherwise we'd end up with loads of them with nothing to do with them. So even though I didn't need to do this, because I've got loads and loads and thousands of uranium, if you aren't doing bees, if you've followed me and done the laser drill, but you haven't done the bees, then you have no uranium. So these are going to be really valuable to you, being able to use these again. The other thing, of course, if that is what you've done, is there is another way of making them depleted cells. Oh, actually, I should be doing that anyway, because I can. Let's quickly look at that. So, right, depleted. Depleted isotope cell. Like that. Okay. There we go. If you're low on uranium, instead of combining one refined uranium with one cell to get you one full uranium, you can combine one refined uranium with 8 empties. In fact, we should do that. We should just do that all the time. So, what I can do, yeah, why not, is I'm actually going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that one there. I don't need to do this, of course, because I've got, like I say, 6,000 uranium. But I'm going to get rid of that, which is one refined uranium and one cell, and I'm going to make it into that. Encode. So what's going to happen is, when we run out of cells, that crafts one of them. Yeah, so if we run out of near depleteds, then it'll craft some more. So that's going to keep the breeder going all the time. So we're going to get 8 times as many uranium for each refined uranium. We're going to get 8 uranium cells for each refined uranium now. So that just kind of made our 6,000 uranium equivalents like 30 something thousand. Ridiculous. 36,000. Is that right? I can't add. 32. I don't know. So there we go. Nice little bit of extra results. So yeah, if you aren't using bees, of course your uranium is going to be a lot more valuable to you than mine is. Right, now I'm just babbling. I'm going to wrap up the episode there. As always, thank you very much for watching. We'll just rub solar panel off that. Solar helmet, because we've done that. Next episode, I'll probably look at these sieves and pollen, see what that's about, see if it helps with the trees. And if we don't do that, we'll do something else. Thank you as always for joining me. I hope it's entertaining, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers. Bye.